Hello again, welcome back to my current subscribers, and welcome to the channel for all of those who are new. I know most of my videos to date, and probably forever, will be or were done in Logic, and hopefully today's video will show you why that is. I recently put out a video about mixing, mastering on the iPad. It took me 12 hours to make that song, and I condensed it down to 11 minutes. Obviously, I rushed it, but that's on me. I got some questions as to if I could make a series for each part, and so here we are. Today we're going to talk about step one of the process, which is normalizing. There's two ways to normalize that I'll get into momentarily. In terms of an introduction, I'm going to demonstrate how to do all 5 steps in both Logic and GarageBand. The reason for this is the purpose of this vlog is to show how to record professional grade music on the go, and those are the big 2 platforms for doing so on an iPad. As I said before, Logic and GarageBand do communicate with each other, but you will see Logic does a lot more. GarageBand is not bad. There are some features that I do like, but in terms of production, Logic is the all-in-one choice. So, when I got the questions about doing a 5-part series for the 5 parts of mixing, mastering, I threw something together. When I say I threw it together, I mean 0 brain power went into this at all. There is a lot going on here. Both Logic and GarageBand do a whole bunch of stuff in the background that you can't see it doing. So I had to actually render a few things before making this video. I had some section strings and section horns, and then I did the same thing with the drums. You'll notice in this video and all of my prior ones that I use 2 different drum kits. I like a very acoustic sounding drum set. So once I get my session drummer track, all I have to do is copy it down, and now I can make my MIDI drums sound like acoustic drums. All right, so normalizing is the process by which we take a signal of any volume and we tell it, do not go past this loudness. Or we take a signal of any volume and we tell it, do not go below this loudness. So those are the 2 kinds, peak and regular. I'm sure it's not called regular, but whatever. All right, so first things first, let's load the export of our project into another Logic track and a GarageBand track. We're gonna work in Logic Pro first. A couple episodes ago, I said that Logic and GarageBand talk to each other. If you want to do beyond a certain point, you can do it in GarageBand. I left all of my wave files different sizes. Normalizing can be done with 1 button, or it can be done by hand. I use a combination of the 2. So first things first, we take everything, we go normalize, and then this target level is an important number, and you need to research what you want to do with your tracks to figure out what this number should be. Spotify does -14, Apple Music does -16. I always take the lower of the 2 because then I can post one thing everywhere and I don't have to worry about it sounding any better one place than the other. I will come in and do it by hand when I need to. You see that my cymbal hits are significantly lower than my rides, the crash and the ride. To fix this, I'm going to come over to the editor, and you see it brought the gain down. I'm going to bring the gain back up until it looks like it matches visually. And then I will go look to see if there's any other places where that happens. The piano I want to be a predominant instrument. So I'll do the same thing, and then I'll just lift it to where I think it looks about right. That looks about even right there. Did notice that about midway through the song, it starts to get quieter. So I'm gonna lift the second part by hand. So what we'll do is we'll split it where the volume change happens. And then with just the second half selected, I'll go lift that part even more. So that looks even right there. My organ is doing weird things too. So this one, I'm gonna split it, and I'm gonna split it again. And I wanna make this middle part match the two outside parts. So you'll see my gain is already up there. It's okay, because I'm gonna actually distort the organ later anyway. And then one more look at everything. All of it looks relatively even. Normalizing is done in Logic. All right, so now we go to GarageBand, and I already loaded in the song right off the bat. So there is no normalize button. My Logic Pro song has 36 tracks. My GarageBand song has fewer, because once you get to 35, the little plus sign is gone. So right off the bat, you can't do as much in GarageBand because you can't import as much. But everything is here. It won't let me shrink it to see all of it. So there's another minus, but it's okay. So now within here, it is all the same tracks. I believe half of my acoustic drum set is missing. But to normalize in GarageBand, we right-click, settings, and then you use the gain right here to try to get it to match. This is gonna take forever. You wanna make sure you use the gain function and not the track volume, because the track volume is the same as the slider. We're gonna use the gain. And I remember the piano has a split somewhere. All right, and just that fast, we are done normalizing by hand in GarageBand. Your song's not done yet. If you play this back right now, it's gonna sound pretty muddy. The idea is we just get it to where we can adjust it to where we want it later, but it's easier to take something away than it is to add it. So we normalize to bring everything up so that later we can bring it back down. In the next video, we're going to talk about leveling. Of all of the processes, normalizing is the fastest because you just hit a button. But as we level, essentially the levels will change as we change them. So we have to do a bunch of things at the same time. May your gear be light, your latency low, and your dogs quiet while you track vocals.